What I loved at the end of the day, it was a great fight. And most importantly, what you saw was respect. Respect for one another inside the ring after the fight. That's what it's all about, and that's what Danny Garcia is all about. That's what Zab Judah was all about. They showed the world that they're warriors, they're champions, but they're gentlemen, and that's what it's really all about. So, your champ right here, unified, Danny Garcia.
First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank Al Heyman. I want to thank Golden Boy. I want to thank Showtime for giving me this opportunity to shine on the stage. Tonight, I prepared for the best Zab Judah, and he came his best. I'm happy that he came his best. You know, there's no excuses about anything. But I knew when I came to Brooklyn, I had a, you know, the hometown guy was gonna have the extra spark because in the hometown, like, I'm not gonna let nobody come in my hometown and just beat me. So he came prepared. It was a great fight. It was blood, sweat, and tears. That's what I bring to the fight. We both landed good shots, but I was prepared for a war. And you know, I'm just thankful I got the victory, and it's time to move on.
Let's open it up for questions.
Here we go.
Danny and Angel, in the 6th and 8th rounds, were you surprised that he got up from both of those shots? Both of them?
Well, yeah, I was. Like, I mean, Danny hit with some good shots, but I knew his dad was going to come in his A game. I mean, Zach came to fight, and that's what the fans deserve, fights like this. I mean, you don't come unprepared. Zach came to be the champion tonight, and we knew that. You know, it was a lot of talk back and forth in the 4th round fight, but you know, we knew we had 12 rounds to work with. We knew, and I wanted Zach to be in his A game, like I told you before. I wanted Zach to be in his A game, so there'd be no excuses. Danny fought a box, washed up old man. No, Zach is still young, but one thing is that he can't be like the legend. I try to be like the legend, but there's nobody like the legend. It's D80.
Danny, same question. The first time and then the second time that he got up for both of those shots.
Yeah, actually, I was really surprised because I was putting so much pressure and heat on him, like strong, sharp punches, and he came back strong. He even came back strong in the later rounds. He gave me a couple good shots. I sucked him up, but he came prepared. He's been in big fights like that before. He's been hurt before, so I wasn't surprised. I mean, he's a former champion. He's been in tough fights, so I had to adapt and bite down.
Remind me a little bit of the Eric Morales first.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
here.
definitely.
Right here.
Danny, at any moment did you feel that when Zab in the later rounds was hitting you, did you feel that he maybe made you wobble a little bit?
No, he
you
caught
saw
me.
that you started backing up.
No, he caught me with a good shot. He caught me with a good shot. It's boxing. That's what it's about. But I proved that I can fight even when I'm hurt. I'm a true champion. I bit down and I got the job done.
Performance tonight, you're still going to get criticized being as though that Zab Judah is the age that he is, and people were expecting you to win impressively by knockout, and you went the distance for it.
I mean, you know, every time I step in the ring, I'm learning. I'm a young fighter. Like I said, they say he's not in his prime, but I'm not in my prime yet either. I'm only 25 years old. That's not my prime. Physical prime is 27, 28. I'm still learning on the job. You know, a win's a win. You know, I heard him. It was blood, it was cuts, and the fans in Brooklyn loved it, and that's all that matters.
The thing, he's not washed up. He came to fight. He came to his A game. He trained hard. He showed it tonight. He got up from the shot. He got up and went the distance, 12 rounds. So he wasn't washed up. Please, I hope you guys don't start saying that. He's washed up. Because that would get somebody in hell real fast. Like Chop Chop would too. People need to fight guys like this, in shape like this. Old veterans were not in shape.
Right here.
Congratulations to you guys, Angel, also.
Thank you.
Danny, on the judges' scorecard, Zab won the last 3 rounds on all 3 of them. Looked a little bit like, even though you had a commanding lead, you were fading a little bit. Was it a matter of you feeling like you were getting tired, or were the punches taking their toll? What was the reason why you were unable to close strong, even though you still were obviously the winner of the fight?
No, my arms got a little tight in the later rounds. My arms got a little tight. My legs felt good, but my arms felt a little tight. But I had to bite down and just grind it out, and that's what I did.
Show you the warrior. It's a warrior sport. I mean, it's a two-way street. You got to take something to get something. And Danny was trying to counter him and took some good ones to counter, but it didn't work out the way he wanted to do it. That's why I told him go back to your A game. Don't go back to the B game.
You know me, I'll fight anybody. So that's why I'll hear me once.
Exactly.
That's what I do. I do whatever I'll hear me.
That was to happen, it happens.
My job.
They're supposed to be the best junior weights out there, so that's what we're going to do.
It's something we've discussed. It's something we've discussed amongst the circle there at Golden Boy and with Al and everybody. Danny's gonna fight the very best, no matter what. No matter what. You throw him in there with King Kong, he'll fight King Kong. That's who Danny is. So is he gonna fight Matisse? Is he gonna fight the very best at 140 or 147? Hey, that's what we're gonna discuss with everybody. But will it happen? Eventually, because he wants to fight the best. So that's who Danny is. Right now, had a great fight with Zab Judah. Gonna relax. We don't know what's gonna happen next, but it was discussed as an option.
Danny, congratulations on your win tonight, and Angel too.
Thank you.
My question is regarding the situation with WBC and WBA. Jose Sulaiman have expressed that he basically wants you to stay with the WBC title and leave the WBA title out. What do you think about just leaving the WBA out, because he's looking to do the same thing with Canelo? And Canelo expressed to me that he wants to stay with the WBC title after winning the drought.
You know, like I said before, I'm a fighter. You know, I earned both of these belts, so I walk around with them proud. And every time I step in the ring, I'm proud to defend them. And that's pretty much what I have to say about that. You know, I can't. You know, I just let them do their job. My job is to fight, but I love both belts.
It is what it is. We fight with nobody. Just about the people, it's not about the belts. It's about the fans, you guys, the fans that pay the money to come see a good fight. Just because you got buckles don't mean you can make a good fight. It's two great fighters that can fight. Thank you.
Right here, you guys. Right
Danny,
here.
La Mega, Rico Dominguez. Trinidad, Cotto, now you. 25-0, Puerto Rican. Are you the one holding the Puerto Ricans up right now?
Yeah, no doubt. Of course. You know, I'm the only Puerto Rican champion. Even though I was born and raised in Philadelphia, my mom and dad, they're born and raised in Puerto Rico. So, you know, I had the Puerto Rican blood, and I got the...
It seemed in the arena today like it was all Judah in the beginning, then you kind of like won the crowd back. Then at the end, they said your name, then Judah came back. I think it was one of the best fights I've seen in a crowd going crazy like that, back and forth, in a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome,
that's what it's all about. You know, some fights change momentum. And the crowds, that's why it's called fans, because they switch. Fans switch quick, you know how that is, man. But, you know, I'm just happy they were into the fight, and it was a great fight.
This was a tough fight, but do you feel better that you struggled through such a hard fight and came through like this for the first time, having such a hard fight? And you were on a fight in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, I would love to fight in Puerto Rico. Ask me how we fight in Puerto Rico. Give me a fight in Puerto Rico.
We've, you know, I lived in Puerto Rico for 6 years, so, and I'm married to a Puerto Rican, so whenever I go down there, they're mentioning Danny Garcia. You know, I mean, yeah, he was born here, but, you know, his father, his family, Puerto Rican, so that would be the plan, absolutely, down the road, to take him to Puerto Rico and go fight at the Choliseo there and sell it out, and people love him. People love him in Puerto Rico. He's the only world champion right now that Puerto Rico has, so, you know, it just makes sense to down the road, down the line, take him to Puerto Rico and have all the fans there that are very passionate about boxing, because boxing is the sport in Puerto Rico, and you know, they want to see Danny Garcia. I mean, everywhere I go, when I walk around, oh, what fights are you making now? When can we see Danny Garcia? They're asking about him. They're not asking about nobody else. They're asking about Danny. So it makes sense to take him down there in the near future.